गुड मॉर्निंग। मैं डॉक्टर नीलम गुप्ता बीएससी पार्ट 3 पेपर 1 क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स एंड स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी की यूनिट 1 का अगला टॉपिक स्टार्ट करने जा रही हूँ। पिछली कक्षा में हमने पढ़ा था कि कॉम्पटन स्कैटरिंग में स्कैटर्ड फोटोन की जो वेवलेंथ है वह इंसिडेंट फोटोन की वेवलेंथ से ज़्यादा होती है, जिसे हम कॉम्पटन शिफ्ट कहते हैं। हमने इसका एनालिटिकल डिस्क्रिप्शन भी पिछली क्लास में कंसीडर किया था। काइनेमैटिक्स ऑफ कॉम्पटन स्कैटरिंग, कॉम्पटन इफेक्ट हमने पढ़ लिया था। आज की क्लास में हम यह चर्चा करना चाहते हैं कि जो हमारा इंसिडेंट फोटोन किसी फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन के साथ इलास्टिक कोलिजन कंसीडर करी, तो फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन जो इनिशियली रेस्ट पोजीशन में था उसने इंसिडेंट फोटोन से कुछ एनर्जी एब्जॉर्ब करी और उस एनर्जी को लेकर रिकॉइल इलेक्ट्रॉन की भांति इंसिडेंट फोटोन की डायरेक्शन के साथ थीटा एंगल बनाकर निकल गया तथा स्कैटर्ड फोटोन इलेक्ट्रॉन से टकराने के पश्चात स्कैटर्ड फोटोन फाई एंगल से अपनी इंसिडेंट डायरेक्शन के साथ फाई एंगल बनाकर XY प्लेन में चला गया। अब हम यह निकालना चाहते हैं कि स्कैटर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन और स्कैटर्ड फोटोन के बीच में क्या रिलेशनशिप है। हमने कंजर्वेशन लॉज को कंसीडर किया था, क्योंकि जब दो पार्टिकल्स के बीच में कोलिजन है तो उन दोनों पार्टिकल्स की मोमेंटम एज वेल एज एनर्जी कंजर्व्ड रहेगी। चूंकि इस सिस्टम में हमने देखा कोलिजन से पहले इंसिडेंट फोटोन और फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन सिर्फ x डायरेक्शन में मूव कर रहे हैं, लेकिन स्कैटरिंग के पश्चात स्कैटर्ड फोटोन एज वेल एज रिकॉइल इलेक्ट्रॉन दोनों ही XY तल में गति करते हैं। अर्थात जब हम मोमेंटम के कंजर्वेशन की बात करते हैं तो मोमेंटम कंजर्वेशन में हमारे पास एक इक्वेशन मिलती है। पिछली क्लास में हम इसको निकाल चुके हैं। मैंने वहीं से इस इक्वेशन को कंसीडर किया है। mvc cos theta is equal to h within the bracket nu minus nu dash cos phi. This is the horizontal component of momentum along the x-axis. Now we consider the vertical component of momentum along the y-axis. That will be equal to mvc sin theta is equal to h nu dash sin phi. Both the equations are denoted by equation number 1 and 2. Now the equation 2 is divided by the equation 1. Whenever we divide the equation number 2 by the equation number 1, we can observe in the left hand side that this MVC will be cancelled out with this MVC. So in the left hand side we will get tan theta is equal to right hand side, the h will be cancelled out with this h and the term remains nu dash sin phi upon nu minus nu dash cos phi, or tan theta is equal to nu dash we can take common out. So tan theta is equal to sin phi upon nu dash minus cos phi. As we know, c is equal to nu lambda by substituting the value in terms of the wavelength. So this tan theta is equal to sin phi upon lambda dash upon lambda minus cos phi. In the previous class we have already derived the Compton wavelength in this form, that lambda dash minus lambda is equal to h upon m naught c into 1 minus cos phi. As you very well understand about it, what is this lambda dash? It is the wavelength of the scattered photon and this is the wavelength of the incident photon. This h is the Planck constant, m naught is the rest mass of the electron, c is the speed of the photon or velocity of the photon. Phi is the angle by which the scattered photon is scattered, or it make an angle phi with the direction of the incident photon. Now this equation is divided by 1 lambda. So the left hand side is lambda dash upon lambda minus 1 is equal to h upon m naught c lambda into 1 minus cos phi. This minus 1 will be taken out from left hand side to right hand side. So this is equal to lambda dash upon lambda is equal to 1 plus h upon m naught c lambda into 1 minus cos phi. Now we can substitute the value of this lambda dash upon lambda from equation number 4 to this equation number 3. So here we are trying to substitute the value of this lambda dash upon lambda. So our tan theta is equal to sin phi upon 1 plus h upon m naught c lambda into 1 minus cos phi minus of cos phi. Now we can open this denominator term. So this tan theta is equal to sin phi upon 1 plus alpha into 1 minus cos phi minus cos phi, where this alpha is equal to h upon m naught c lambda, or it is equal to h nu upon m naught c square. So our tan theta is equal to sin phi upon 1 plus alpha minus alpha cos phi minus cos phi. So on again by simplify this equation, tan theta is equal to sin phi upon 1 plus alpha into 1 minus cos phi, as well as when you consider this minus alpha you can take common out, cos alpha you will take common out with negative sign within the bracket you will get 1 plus alpha. So finally this is equal to 1 plus alpha into 1 minus cos phi. Now this sin phi can be written as 2 sin phi upon 2 cos phi upon 2 upon 1 plus alpha 1 minus cos phi is again put as in terms of the sign. So this is equal to minus 1 plus 2 sin square phi upon 2. This 1 will be cancelled out with this 1, or this 2 will be cancelled out with this 2, and this sin phi upon 2 will be cancelled out with this sin phi upon 2. So we have cos phi upon 2 and sin phi upon 2. Cos phi upon 2 and sin phi upon 2 we can directly write down as cot phi upon 2 or upon 1 plus alpha. So finally what I will get? Tan theta is equal to cot phi upon 2 into 1 plus alpha. What is alpha? Alpha is equal to h nu upon m naught c square. So we can see that equation number 5 gives the relationship between the angle of recoil electron with the direction of the incident photon as well as the angle of scattered photon with the direction of the incident photon. Now we consider the special cases as described by the equation number 5, that if we consider, as we can observe, this h is the Planck constant, which is constant, nu is the frequency of the incident photon, it is also constant, or m naught is the rest mass of the electron, this is constant, c is the velocity of light, this is also constant. But we can observe from equation number 5 that theta depends upon phi. Initially when we consider in one special case is phi is equal to 0. What is the meaning of that phi is equal to 0? That means after scattering, the scattered particle moves in the same direction as it came from the direction of the इंसिडेंट फोटोन. जो हमारे पास आपतित प्रकाश की किरण थी या आपतित फोटोन की किरण जिस दिशा से आ रही है, प्रकीर्णित फोटोन भी उसी दिशा में आगे बढ़ रहा है. दैट मीन्स इफ phi is equal to 0, our cot phi upon 2 is equal to infinity. When we consider this cot phi upon 2 is equal to infinity, then obviously tan theta is equal to infinity, or we can say theta should be equal to phi upon 2. As well as when we consider phi is equal to 0, we also consider what is the value of this delta lambda. This lambda dash minus lambda is equal to h upon m naught c 1 minus cos phi. As well as when you substitute phi is equal to 0, this is equal to 1. So lambda dash minus lambda is equal to 0. What it shows? That lambda dash is equal to lambda. It means there is no scattering between the incident photon with the फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन. इसका मतलब phi इज इक्वल टू 0 डिग्री पर यदि हमारा स्कैटर्ड फोटोन जाता है तो स्कैटर्ड फोटोन की फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन के साथ कोई भी प्रकीर्णन, कोई भी कोलिजन नहीं होती है और फोटोन उसी दिशा में सीधा चला जाता है तथा इलेक्ट्रॉन जो है वो राइट एंगल डायरेक्शन में मूव करता है. परंतु स्कैटर्ड फोटोन की इंसिडेंट फोटोन की वेवलेंथ एक समान रहती है, उनकी वेवलेंथ में कोई परिवर्तन नहीं आता है. The second situation or second special case we consider when phi is equal to pi upon 2. When phi is equal to pi upon 2, then cot phi upon 2 is cot pi by 4. It is equal to 1. In that case, tan theta is equal to 1 upon 1 plus alpha. Tan theta being positive, theta lies between 0 to 90 degree. And delta lambda corresponding to phi is equal to pi by 2 is equal to h upon m naught c, that is equal to 0.042 angstrom. It means that the photon gets scattered and move at right angle to the direction of the incident photon. The change in wavelength is 0.042 angstrom, while the electron moves in a direction making an angle theta less than pi by 2 with the direction of the incident photon. Now we consider the third situation when phi is equal to pi. When phi is equal to pi, your cot phi by 2 is equal to 0, or tan theta is equal to 0, or theta is equal to 0. In that case, delta lambda is equal to 2h upon m naught c, or it is equal to twice of the Compton shift, wavelength shift. So it is equal to 0.048 angstrom. It means that photon reverse its direction with the change in wavelength equal to 0.0484 angstrom, and the electron move in the backward direction of the incident photon. Thus, the maximum change in the wavelength take place when the photon gets scattered in the backward direction of the incident photon. यदि मान लो हमारा प्रकीर्णित फोटोन आपतित फोटोन की दिशा से 180 डिग्री का एंगल बनाकर स्कैटर्ड होता है, तो उस स्थिति में स्कैटर्ड फोटोन की वेवलेंथ में अधिकतम चेंज आएगा. So this is the relation between the scattered photon as well as the recoil electron or scattered electron. Now we consider what is the kinetic energy of the scattered electron or recoil electron. As we know, initially we have considered that the free particle is situated at the rest position. So the kinetic energy imparted of the scattered electron comes out from the photon. Initially the incident photon has the energy mc square as the incident photon collide with or scattered with the free electron get imparted some energy from the incident particle. So the kinetic energy of the imparted to the scattered electron from the photon is equal to mc square minus m naught c square. Mc square is kinetic energy of the recoil electron and minus of m naught c square, this is the rest mass energy of the electron, because initially electron is at the rest position. So after moving the electron or after getting some energy from the incident photon, this is the kinetic energy by which the recoil electron can move, that is equal to m minus m naught c square. But this energy is also equal to decrease in energy of the incident photon. That means E naught is equal to h nu minus h nu dash, because h nu is the energy of the incident photon and h nu dash is the energy of the scattered photon. So E naught is equal to h nu minus h nu dash. H nu we can take common out. So within the bracket what I will get, h nu into 1 minus nu dash upon nu, or E naught is equal to hc upon lambda 1 minus lambda upon lambda dash, or we can write down hc upon lambda lambda dash minus lambda upon lambda dash, or we can written as hc into delta lambda upon lambda into lambda plus delta lambda. As we know from this equation that delta lambda is equal to lambda dash minus lambda. So lambda dash is equal to delta lambda plus lambda. Now we can substitute the value of this delta lambda is equal to h upon m naught c into 1 minus cos phi in this equation. So E naught is equal to h nu upon c, hc upon lambda into delta lambda is h upon m naught c into 1 minus cos phi upon lambda plus h upon m naught c into 1 minus cos phi. E naught is equal to hc upon lambda, h upon m naught c lambda into 1 minus cos phi, or 1 plus h upon m naught c lambda into 1 minus cos phi. This is the next term. This lambda will be cancelled out with this lambda. I am right. Yes. Yes. This h upon m naught c into lambda is substituted as equal to alpha. Lambda is equal to c upon nu. So it is equal to h nu upon m naught c square. And this c upon lambda is substituted as nu. So h nu within the bracket, this h upon m naught c lambda is alpha into 1 minus cos phi upon 1 plus alpha into 1 minus cos phi, where alpha is equal to h upon m naught c lambda, or it is equal to h nu upon m naught c square. So E naught is equal to h nu alpha into 1 minus 1 plus 2 sin square phi upon 2 upon 1 plus alpha within the bracket 1 minus 1 plus 2 sin square phi upon 2. So finally it is 2 alpha sin square phi upon 2 upon 1 plus 2 alpha sin square phi upon 2. So the energy of the recoil electron will be equal to 0 if we consider phi is equal to 0. That means if the scattered photon makes an angle 0 with the incident photon, the kinetic energy or energy of the recoil electron is 0. There is no change in the position of the recoil electron. Now we consider when if phi is equal to pi upon 2, as well as you substitute phi is equal to pi upon 2, this is become sine square pi by 4, or pi by 4 is under the 1 upon under the root 2, so it becomes 1 upon 2. This 2 will be cancelled out with this 2, so it is equal to h nu into alpha upon 1 plus alpha. When we consider this phi is equal to pi upon 2, as well as when you put phi is equal to pi, it is equal to pi upon 2. Pi upon 2 means sin pi is 1, so sin square pi upon 2 is also equal to 1. So E naught is equal to h nu into 2 alpha upon 1 plus 2 alpha, where alpha is equal to h upon m naught c lambda, or alpha is equal to h nu upon m naught c square. So these are the energy of the recoil electron corresponding to phi is equal to 0, phi is equal to pi by 2, and phi is equal to pi. So this is the all about the Compton effect. In the next class we will consider the next topic. Thank you.